What's the most disturbing thing you've read in someone's diary? After what I found out, I'm never going to snoop around other people's stuff again. When I was 13, my friend, Rachel, invited me and a couple of my other friends to her house for a sleepover. Rachel was like the celebrity of the school, and spending time with her would have done wonders for my reputation at school, so of course I couldn't decline her invitation. Plans were made and it was decided that I would come over on a Friday night. On a Friday night, I arrive at her house, and two of the other girls are already there. I come in, Rachel takes us to her room, and we lie down on the floor and gossip and talk about celebrities and school drama and other trivial things. It's going good so far, nothing's amiss. We watched YouTube videos together and went to bed at 2 a.m. Later in the night, I woke up because of thirst and headed to the kitchen for a beverage. Before leaving the room, I decided to mess with Rachel. A few days ago, at school, she stole my pencil case from my bag. As an art student, it was my life. She stole it and ruined some of its contents. That really pissed me the FCK off. She barely even said sorry. So now, I was in her room, she was sleeping, and I had a fantastic opportunity to take revenge. There was a drawer next to her bed, and using the light of my phone, I searched it for anything that I could tease Rachel about. After minutes of exploring, I found a very decorated and pretty diary, but it had a lock on it. No problem, I knew some lockpicking and a diary's lock usually isn't as strong as other locks. So I took my hairpin off my head and tried to crack it. I was successful. If she had to lock her diary, there was definitely something written in there that she didn't want others to see. All of her secrets in my hands. I went outside the room, into the kitchen, grabbed a drink from the fridge, sat down on the floor and began reading the diary with the help of my phone's light. In the first few entries, she wrote about the things she wanted to do to me. These included kidnapping me, hurting me, and other gnarly things. She described in great detail how she would do each of these. I was so horrified. Yes, there was some hostility between me and her, but I never knew she carried such a strong hatred for me. The next entries were about her life. She wrote about how her stepdad has been forcing relations with her whenever her mom wasn't around, how he manipulates her and makes her think that she deserves to be abused, and how he has been doing this since she was 9. She also wrote that, to get the fury, the frustration out of her, she abuses small animals. She wrote that she once dissected a living baby hamster with knives, stomped on a kitten's head until its face was unrecognizable, unalived a turtle by repeatedly dropping a large rock on it, etc. There were loads of other things written in there that were too much for a 13-year-old. I felt outrageously angry at her but also had sympathy for her at the same time. I cried a little. I also felt scared. Maybe she invited me to her house just to unalive me, and then do all those things to me that she said she would? I went back into the room, put the diary back in the drawer, and didn't sleep that night because I felt like there was a good chance she would wake up and suffocate me to death in my sleep with a blanket or a pillow or something. I kept watching her carefully all night. Whenever she moved I shivered. Thankfully, she didn't wake up. In the morning, at around 7 a.m., before she and the other girls woke up, I grabbed the diary from the drawer, went out to the living room, and found her mom sitting on the couch, using a laptop. I walked up to her and gave her the diary. I know I invaded Rachel's privacy, but her mom had to know everything that was up with her daughter. She thanked me, called my mom, and I went home. In school on the subsequent Monday, I saw Rachel in the locker area, and she saw me, and as soon as we saw each other, she took out a dagger from her pocket and charged at me. I was stabbed once in the stomach, but several students and a teacher stopped her and got her away from me before she could stab me more. My memory is not clear at this point, because I fainted, but I remember waking up in my bedroom. I was passed out for days, and fortunately recovered. I never saw Rachel again after that incident, and have no idea where she is now, but I hope that she got the help she was in terrible need of.